The Lionesses have enjoyed a hero's welcome on the Mall after bringing football home to England for the second time in a row as European champions. The squad was greeted by a 1,000-strong crowd from atop a bus emblazoned with the slogan 2022 and 2025 European Champions, cruised down the thoroughfare at the heart of London just after 12 p.m., with Princess Beatrice among those cheering him on with her family. Rapid preparations had been made for the ceremony after Sarina Wiegman's team thumped Spain 3-1 on penalties following a tense and drawn-out 120 minutes of stalemate football in Basel, Switzerland on Sunday. The Lionesses turned out in T-shirts that read "Home," with the H stylized as a pair of letters in recognition of their 2 European titles on the trot, and red scarves bearing the 3 lions and the word champions. Kerry Davis, the first black women's footballer to play for England, then brought out the Euro 2025 trophy alongside Jana Bovoduo, a 14-year-old forward in the England under-17s, before the team hoisted it aloft in a flurry of red smoke to the cheers of thousands. A tearful Leah Williamson told the crowds it had been like a fairy tale, adding, "I've been crying all the way down the Mall. It's unbelievable. It's one of the best things we've ever been a part of." She continued, "There's lots of ways to win a football match and we repeatedly did it the hard way. You can see how much we care about playing for England. How much we love it." And with a vow that England's women were not done winning, she concluded, "We're making history every single step. Stay with us. This story's not done yet." An ecstatic Chloe Kelly let slip a swear word live on air as she was interviewed, after swearing into the camera as she picked up her winner's medal on Sunday. "It feels so good to stand side by side with every single one of these girls and the staff you don't see behind the scenes. It's so special," she grinned, forcing host and ex-England star Alex Scott to issue an on-air apology. Kelly had shouted come on into the camera on Sunday after being presented with her medal by Prince William, to the amusement of fans. Supporters turned out as much as 12 hours early to cheer on the team after they were crowned reigning European champions. "Tired, but on cloud 9. This is just unreal," Alessia Russo, who scored the equalizer that set England up for penalties, told the BBC. "It feels so nice to come back to England to celebrate with all our fans. It's just a bit surreal. It's crazy to see this many people come out heading up to Buckingham Palace. I'd have never dreamt of anything like it." Around 7,000 turned up to Trafalgar Square in 2022 after the last European Championship. A quick glance at the Mall suggests there are more here today. Captain Leah Williamson hoisted the trophy over her head as the buses cruised towards the Queen Victoria Memorial, where she and her Lionesses are set to be quizzed on the tournament by ex-England heroine Alex Scott against the glorious backdrop of Buckingham Palace. As the squad arrived at the head of the Mall, the Central Band of the Royal Air Force had a surprise up its sleeve. A brass band rendition of 3 Lions, which the crowd was more than happy to sing along to as they belted out, "Football's coming home." The band, probably used to playing less unconventional songs, then broke into the club classic Freed from Desire, which has been adapted by an inscrutable number of football fans to cheer on their teams, and Neil Diamond's classic Sweet Caroline. As the buses reached Buckingham Palace, the crowds filtered out from the edges of the Mall towards the stage that had been set up at its feet. The event saw the England team's backroom staff invited out on stage to receive the country's thanks, before Sarina Wiegman was greeted with a chorus of Tequila, the chant at the end of the chorus replaced with the shout, "Sarina." "Very innovative, the English," she joked, "and funny. But even she couldn't hold back from dancing after singer Burna Boy was brought on stage to perform her favorite song, For My Hand." Speaking ahead of the celebrations, ecstatic fans said they couldn't sleep beforehand. It comes just as the English school holidays kicked off, guaranteeing a huge turnout of cherub-faced young fans, future Lionesses potentially among them, who had lined the route early hoping to catch a glimpse of their heroes. As if to inspire them more, the crowd was treated to interviews with the Lionesses themselves speaking about their starts in grassroots football, illustrated with photographs of them growing up. The message to the starry-eyed young girls watching was clear: anyone can be a lioness, you just have to start somewhere. Highlights of the team's battle to the top in Switzerland were soundtracked by armed forces bands ahead of the parade, before manager Serena Wiegmann and the Lionesses hoisted the trophy aloft to the cheers of thousands. The turnout is expected to be overwhelming after England's nail-bitingly close face-off with Spain on Sunday in the final, which came down to the narrowest of margins in a torturous penalty shootout capped off in style by forward Chloe Kelly. A stage was being put up by workers early this morning ahead of the event, while St. George flags were hoisted onto the flagpoles that lined the boulevard. Some fans had clearly heeded the warning to prepare well for the party, with some already turning out as early as 12:30 a.m. today. Neil Biddulph, 71, said the win will inspire generations of women footballers. Mr. Biddulph, who travelled from Blackburn to visit London, taking in the parade is a bonus on his trip, told the Daily Mail. I have 2 granddaughters, so I think it's brilliant. It can only do good and it will give the country a lift. I watched bits of the final while watching my grandson play cricket. I'm more excited for these 2, he added, indicating his granddaughters. It's the first time I have seen a parade and it will definitely inspire future generations. There's nothing like being here. In 20 years my granddaughters will say I was there. Hayley Finch, from Bromley, said she was about to have a heart attack as she watched the final unfold. I think it's going to boost a lot of women to play football because, and I am not being sexist, but the women play better than the men every year, she said. The women are more determined. They don't give up. Her friend Kaylee Hall, from Essex, added, I am so excited, I am going to cry. I wouldn't play but I would encourage my daughter to give it a go. Elizabeth Calderara excitedly told the Mail, the fabulous thing about the team is that they never give up and I think that's really important for people going through challenging times, just to keep going and you will reach your life goal. She added, if the FA put their money where their mouth is, I think there will be a lot of opportunity for younger girls. Everybody wrote them, England, off but they didn't give up. I think that's what being here is about, celebrating their perseverance. Being here, I don't know if they will win again, so it was really important for me to be here and soak up the atmosphere. Another giggling supporter told Good Morning Britain, we got here about 12:30 a.m, I'm genuinely so excited, I can hold it in. Another added, I was so excited I couldn't sleep, so I got the train at 3 a.m. They played brilliantly, and with tenacity. Their resilience was amazing. They never lost hope and nor did the rest of England either. We've come from Norwich, one told BBC Breakfast, as a live band warmed up with Sweet Caroline. It's been full of emotions in our house. There's been many tears. It's been inspirational watching all of the girls. A pair of buses reading 2022 and 2025 European champions were parked at Admiralty House ahead of time, ready to pick up England's heroines and deliver them through the heart of London. The fenced-off areas around the memorial were already brimming with female and male supporters alike shortly after 8 a.m., with some kicking footballs around or applying face paint as they prepared to party. Some wore England tops or ball scarves, as retailer JD Sports reported a 730% increase in demand for women's England shirts. The preparations come after the Lionesses flew back from Basel, Switzerland yesterday afternoon, after dancing into the night following their victory. After stopping by Downing Street for a reception with Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, with the PM on business with Trump in Scotland, the team swapped their formal clothes for glad rags and headed into Soho for a celebratory dinner. Sunday's win on penalties came after a nail-biting 120 minutes that saw England equalise, but failed to keep the momentum up before the final whistle, with neither team pulling ahead in extra time. The team triumphed 3-1 at the bitter end, with Chloe Kelly converting the decisive spot kick against Carter Cole. It became the most watched TV moment of the year and the second most watched women's football match in British broadcasting history, peaking at more than 16 million people tuning in at once. Viewing figures were only narrowly behind the last European final against Germany in 2022, when over 17 million watched England storm to a 2-1 victory. And the win was sweet revenge for the 2023 World Cup final, which saw Spain win 1-0 after picking up an early lead and parrying England's agonised comeback attempts. The Lionesses partied until 4 a.m. after bringing the trophy home to their hotel, belting out hits on karaoke and treating themselves to well-earned pizza, beer and a celebratory cake. Despite partying into the wee hours, the players were up bright and early to leave their hotel in Basel. Captain Leah Williamson protected the trophy as Lego fan Lauren Hemp brought out a Beauty and the Beast castle she made in downtime between matches. The squad then flew back to Britain, arriving at London Southend Airport yesterday where they were greeted by hundreds of fans. The Embraer jet bearing the stylized word home, the H written as 2 is to recognize the team's second European title on the trot, was the most tracked in the world on Flytrader for a time. The players were then congratulated by Ms. Rayner during a special reception at Downing Street on Monday, with the windows draped in St. George flags and celebratory bunting hung in the street. She told the team yesterday, "You've made us all so proud. Role models like you send such a powerful message. The Lionesses are a shining example of talent and excitement for women's football." Some of the team also took part in a surprise video call from Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, who was unable to attend in person due to talks with US President Donald Trump in Scotland. Mr. Starmer told them, "You must have felt the eyes and ears of the whole country on you last night." England manager Sarina Wiegman took the opportunity to call for more investment in women's football at the event, in order to train up the Lionesses of tomorrow. She said, "We need some more investment. We're not there yet. In England we're up there, but England needs to stay the trailblazer, it needs to be the big example. The players first but also the FA, the clubs, the government, the country, the fans, let's keep being the trailblazers." The government would announce a new package of measures to boost access to grassroots football hours later, with the establishment of a women's sport task force to boost girls' participation in sport at all levels. Flagship sites and pitches will be dedicated to the Lionesses and more time slots will be created for women's and girls' teams at grassroots pitches across the country. It is thought that a Lioness effect could inspire more young girls to get into football. And the additional investment comes in the run-up to the 2035 World Cup, which is being hosted by all 4 home nations of the UK. As well as the Prime Minister, the King also congratulated the European champions, as did the Prince of Wales and his daughter Princess Charlotte, who signed off on her first ever official royal message in congratulations. The King said on X, "You have shown through your example over past weeks that there are no setbacks so tough that defeat cannot be transformed into victory, even as the final whistle looms. Well done, Lionesses." Prince William and Princess Charlotte added in their own post, "What a game. Lionesses, you are the champions of Europe and we couldn't be prouder of the whole team. Enjoy this moment, England. W. Charlotte." The Prince of Wales, who is patron of the FA, was in the stands in Basel on Sunday alongside his daughter and presented the Lionesses with their victory medals. But the royal celebrations may yet continue. The PA news agency has reported that royal aides are considering plans for a reception in the autumn at either Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle.